We've got one more meeting before the Finance Committee, right? The Finance Subcommittee, and that'll happen on the 6th of June. And then we're into Town Council for the vote on the measures on the 10th of June. We have a backup meeting a week later. We could see, some changes. I think we're shaping the final, couple of items that we wanted to impact before yet, and shifting, a little bit here and there to make things work. We'll make that final presentation to the Finance Subcommittee, and then be in front of the Town Council and answer all their questions about the budget. And if anybody from the public has questions about the budget, feel free to come into the office, sit down. I'm glad to have those discussions.
Now, there have been budget public hearings, but
Yes.
people haven't shown up, right?
No, we haven't had too many. I think we've had one or two folks come in. You can watch them live on North TV. You can see it streaming. So there's other ways to do it. But I encourage our residents, come down, hear the meetings, hear what we're talking about, right? And if you've got questions, hey, my office, if the door's open, come on in and sit down, and happy to talk with anything about the budget. Because I think what we do is represent our taxpayers and residents with exemplary stewardship of the funds that we are given, and we're focusing on delivering those key and essential services. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. Do we learn from the things that we're doing and do better the next time? Absolutely. And so that's the commitment we bring to make sure that we're delivering everything that the town needs and providing a value-added service.
One of the things I like to do on this program, and I know you like to address them, is speak on behalf of the public. If I see something on social media, or if I see something in the newspaper, I'll ask you about it.
Sure.
There was a letter to the editor in the Sun Chronicle last week, which would have been the week of May 20th, basically questioning the bang North Attleboro residents are getting from their buck.
Yeah.
Do you think, compared to local communities, where does North Attleboro rank as far as number of residents, population, and total budget?
So, that was an interesting piece, and I did read it.
Basically saying that Attleboro residents are getting a better bang for their buck than North Attleboro residents, but said nothing about the other communities, and I don't know where North Attleboro ranks among those other communities.
Look, I think that's, like one of these one over the world kind of comparisons. And it's, my immediate response after reading it, I said, well, we're not exactly the same as Attleboro, right? That there are a number of baked in costs because we have to have a public works department, we have to have a police department, we have to have a fire department, right? And these all costs, and it's regardless of the size of your community, but it's not saying that all, these are equal components. And that would be my point. There's no equal components to it. The populations are different. So did some research on this, and just kind of wanted to see, if you were just going to use that as a single, factor in of total budget dollars compared to your population. We ran and took a look at all of our surrounding communities, and at the end of the day, we were spending per resident probably the right exact amount of money for all the services that we provide, right? We were not as high as Attleboro by the math that I did, but compared to other communities that looked more like North Attleboro, like Franklin, our numbers were far better.